I am announcing that if I am elected, it will be the policy of my administration, United States of America, to keep 100% of all the Bitcoin the U.S. government currently holds or acquires into the future. We'll keep 100%. I hope you do well, please. This will serve in effect as the core of the strategic national Bitcoin stockpile.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Monday. How's everybody doing? What a strange trading day it was today. Very strange. We're going to get into that, but two things from that clip. First was Trump said, I want you all to do well. Of course, he wants everybody to do well, just like I do. I want us all to become wealthy. I want us all to make money off of crypto. But then he talked about the stockpile. Yes, the stockpile, the strategic Bitcoin reserve. But he didn't say reserve. He said stockpile. So we'll talk about the stockpile and what's happening to it. Some strange things today. Strange things today, definitely. So we'll get into that. And of course, why not a Dogecoin stockpile, right? There's a lot of Dogecoin. We can make a big stockpile with Doge. So we'll have fun with that. The latest on Doge and other cryptos as well. Some are up, some are down. You know, it's one of those days. Kind of strange, kind of interesting. So we're going to talk about all of that. Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? We are in the final stretch of July, and look where the price of Dogecoin is. Right around 13 cents on July 29th. Who said 29 days ago that Dogecoin would be about 13 cents at the end of the month? Who said that? There's my white line. I always have my prediction lines on my charts, and here we are. 2 days before the end of the month. And there it is. I know. It was over 14 cents not too long ago when you guys were saying, hey, Kriss, what happened to your prediction? That was my prediction for the month. It was exactly my prediction for the month. 13 cents. And you can go back to my July price prediction video that I did on July 1st. And I said the price at the end of the month would be 13 cents. So anyway, here we are. I knew you were joking when you said that, Ryan, but now would I rather Dogecoin be 15 cents or 17 cents or higher? Of course I would, but we know that we're in the summertime. It's still the summertime. We're going to have the ups. We're going to have the downs. That was it. And that's what I was calling for. So there we are. That's what we've got. And then I make this breakout video this morning, and people just reply and say, oh, it's dumping. And I'm just like, I didn't say it was going to break out today, guys. Did you watch the video? I mean, did you even watch the video? I did not say it was going to break out today. Yes, we had a nice little run this morning in the price. Yeah, that was nice to see. Nice run this morning, or last night and into this morning. Nice to see. But again, it's summertime. Still low volume overall. FOMO is not kicked in yet. And so very prime for it to get dumped back down. And we had two dumps today. We'll talk about those and what those dumps were. But here we have Dogecoin just under 13 cents trading right now. It got up to 13.5 cents this morning, back down. And Bitcoin actually touched $70,000 a Bitcoin this morning. and dumped all the way to 66.4. Was there a magic number for 66.4? There was. There was. It's not a coincidence. And you guys who have watched me, you know that that is not a coincidence as well. So that's where we're going to start today, but we are going to talk about Stockpile. We are going to revisit a few quotes from the Bitcoin conference. And I know you're going to say, oh, Trump this and Trump that, but that is the talking point because first, all the stuff Trump said, is it just him being a politician and he's going to say whatever he wants to say in order to get votes? Or does he really mean it? Does he really mean it? So we'll talk about that and a couple other things about those clips as well. So we'll get to those. We will get to those clips in just a little bit as well. And what's happening with the stockpile. And we will talk about that as well. Let's see what's going on in the chat first. Hey, A-Star, how are you? Since Bitcoin crypto now is pretty much a partisan issue, do you think for the next few months, whoever's leading in the polls will affect on prices? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't think that's going to be on who's ahead in the polls. It's going to be on what's actually happening in crypto based on that. That's what it's going to be. Who is saying what, who's promising what, and what is actually being done. Because polls are polls. I mean, if Kamala takes off in the polls, right, and is way ahead of Trump, is that going to suppress the crypto market? Probably not until election day. And we'll see what's going on election day. But overall, I don't think so. So, Samuels, how are you? Missed last week. Just got back in. Welcome. Sorry to hear about your mom, but that's life. Enjoy the best time you have remaining. Do what you can do. Do what you can do. Renowned analyst. Yes, of course. Thank you very much. Thank you, Nate. Thank you. Thank you. RFK and Trump spoke at the Bitcoin conference. Kamala was invited, turned it down. She would have gotten booed off the stage. Her handlers knew well enough to tell her, don't go. Yes, the Biden administration has not been crypto friendly, has unleashed the crypto army led by Elizabeth Warren. Yeah, she would have gotten booed off the stage. That would not have been good. Hey, RFK Jr. had some good things to say. Most likely not going to get elected, but he gets it. And he's bought a lot of Bitcoin too. So he wants it to do well, obviously, for his own personal wealth. Hopefully it holds or goes up. The month isn't over yet. I know, James, we got 2 more days. In 2 days, my price prediction could be totally blown out of the water one way or the other. But it's pretty close. It's pretty close. The homegirl success says $1.80, followed by $3.20. Yeah, RFK is an independent because the Democratic Party didn't want him. There was no way he was even going to be able to compete for the Democratic Party nomination. And so he just split with the Democratic Party and said, I'm still running for president. I'm running as an independent. The chances of any independent actually winning is pretty slim. But he's out there. And you may wonder, well, why would he even run as an independent? It's money. It's all about money. He wrote a book. He's getting paid for speaking engagements. And he gets his message out there. What he wants to talk about. So, yeah. Love the analysis. Thank you. I wouldn't talk about max prices for Dogecoin. Because what happens with Dogecoin is Dogecoin is going to keep minting new Dogecoin forever. So we got a long ways to go. There's no max. There's no max. So what you're saying is if Trump gets elected, I would be losing money on CDs. Depends on when you do the CDs, Matt. When you do the CDs. I still think there's going to be bull and bear markets. And the bear markets, your money's going to be better off in a CD. I still think that's going to happen. The ups and downs. The ups and downs. Right now, I wouldn't be putting money in CDs. No. $1.20 in September is very bold. I don't think it's going to happen. No, we'll be lucky for 20 cents in September. We'll just be at the start of the real bull run. And yeah, being real, but and based on Elon's latest comments, there's not going to be a big Elon pump coming for Dogecoin anytime soon. So there's that. Bull run, welcome. Welcome, welcome. You feel like if we break 22 cents, it's up from there? Again, it depends on what's going on. 22 cents is where we were back at the end of March. And that is going to be quite a resistance level short term. But again, it depends on what else is going on in the markets, what's going on in the news, particularly with Doge, whether Doge can really take off from there with FOMO. So we'll be watching that. So overall, crypto bubbles, a lot in the green, but some still in the red. We do have the BSV and BCH are the big winners today. Somehow, why would those two Bitcoin wannabes want to be going up so much? Very, very strange. I mean, all of the stockpile talk and Trump talk was all about the real Bitcoin, not Satoshi Vision or Cash. But yet today, those are the two that pumped. You never know with crypto, right? You never know. And even Zach is up and just like, what? And Litecoin. But that's how crypto goes sometimes. That's how it goes. Hey, D, how are you? There was no special guest. Here's what I tweeted out from Autism Capital.
Elizabeth Warren and her goons.
I was
she's very
told.
nasty to you.
Wait. I was told there would be a special guest, and it was like there was no special guest. It was like, what was that? Why would that panel of the Bitcoin Magazine guys be talking about a special guest? And then there wasn't one. That was weird. Very weird. Anyway, we were having fun with that on Saturday. I was told there would be a special guest. Nope. BCH to the moon. Bull run. Why not, right? Why not? BCH, sure. Doge will go parabolic when we least expect it. Absolutely. Be patient. Ryan, that was during the Bitcoin conference when Trump was speaking. So I went live. Trump was delayed, and he didn't start for like 45 minutes. And during that time, they had a panel of people that were talking. And then one of them said, well, Trump is starting late because there's going to be a special guest. And everybody was trying to figure out who's the special guest. And then there was this rumor that Elon Musk was flying into Nashville, and somebody even had this fake tweet about his plane landing at the Nashville airport, which of course, like I referenced because we just looked it up on Twitter and there it was. And it was like, yeah, the special guest would break the internet. And there was nothing. There was nothing. It was a total nothing burger. That was strange. Oh, it was you? I know BCH is proof of work, but nobody's using it and nobody wants it except the guys who run it. That's it. And I guess whoever's mining it, of course, wants it to do well because they want to keep mining it and making money. Sure, there'll be that. Yes, there'll be that. But Elon, so if you watch my video this morning on the breakout, I had the Elon quote from a podcast he was on over the weekend. And he said he has a soft spot for Dogecoin. Isn't that nice? Elon has a soft spot for Dogecoin. The bigger message was, I'm not going to be promoting crypto. At most, in a joking way, if you see me pumping crypto, it's not me. And that was, of course, talking about the scammers out there, because there's a lot of scammers out there, especially on YouTube, who have these running streams and they're like, send me 1 Bitcoin, I'll send you 2 Bitcoin kind of things. Just be careful of those. But Elon's basically saying, look, if you see any of those involved with me, it's not me. It's not me. Elon is not completely dismissive of crypto. He says there's merit to Bitcoin, maybe some other cryptos. And then he says, I have sort of got a soft spot for Dogecoin because I like dogs and memes. And he also had previously said that he supports Dogecoin because the workers in his factories at Tesla and SpaceX asked him to support Dogecoin. And, Elon likes to support the common man, right? The workers. So he will continue to support Dogecoin. Yes. That's what Elon does. If you want to hear that quote directly from Elon, I played it in this morning's video. So after this, you can watch my breakout video and watch the Elon quote and what he said. But again, I didn't say the breakout was happening today. It didn't say the breakout was today. But yes, Elon got a soft spot for Dogecoin. Today, it's really been more about freedom of speech suppression going on today. A number of individuals were on Google and were typing into the search things about assassination, and then nothing about Trump was showing up. And then others were typing in about President Donald Trump, and in the search results, like all of the leading news items were all about Kamala Harris. And so there's something weird going on with Google there and their algorithm, and Elon is involved with it now. And so that got his whole attention today, was that. because there's something weird going on there. Google is like messing with the algorithm. So something's going on there. But the main highlights from Donald Trump's speech at the Bitcoin conference on Saturday. I mean, these are things that he said. There's never been anything like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not just a marvel of technology, but a miracle of cooperation and human achievement. It's like, wow, the speechwriter wrote a good one there, right? Because Trump would never say that, but a speechwriter, yeah, did that. He claims that Bitcoin will one day probably surpass the market cap of gold. That's huge. That's huge. And as we had talked about before, because he had met with the leaders of Bitcoin mining companies in the United States, that he intends for every Bitcoin to be mined should be in the US, thereby making the US the Bitcoin superpower of the world. And that he means. He wants that. He wants that here in the United States. He defends the right to self-custody crypto assets. He didn't say anything about taxes, though. We wanted him to say something about taxes. He pledges to fire the current United States chair of the SEC, Gary Gensler, on day one of his presidency. And that got the biggest round of applause, so much so that it got his attention. He stopped his speech and he was like, wow, you guys really don't like him. And then he said it again, got another huge response. It's like, okay, so that registered with Trump. It's like that registered with Trump. He promises future crypto regulations will come from people who want the crypto industry to survive. He wants to create a regulatory framework for dollar-backed stablecoins, which will help make the dollar stronger. He says that Bitcoin is not threatening the dollar. The behavior of the current US government is what is threatening the dollar. And then, as I'm going to show you, he says crypto will skyrocket. And US government, one of the largest holders of Bitcoin, and he promises that 100% of all Bitcoins that the government currently has and any obtains in the future, he will not sell, creating the Bitcoin stockpile. The Bitcoin stockpile. So, let's get into a couple of these quotes here.
Today, and Bitcoin and crypto will skyrocket like never before, even beyond your expectations, and you are the people that are doing it. As we stop the war on crypto.
So, skyrocket. Of course. Are those just words that he's saying to an audience because he wants their vote? Or does he really mean it? We've got this one.
Rule that every Bitcoiner knows by heart. Never sell your Bitcoin, right? That's right, isn't it, huh? That's right. How did I figure that one? Never sell your rule that every...
Never sell your Bitcoin. And then this.
Plan today, I am announcing that if I am elected, it will be the policy of my administration, United States of America, to keep 100% of all the Bitcoin the U.S. government currently holds or acquires into the future. We'll keep 100%. I hope you do well, please. This will serve in effect as the core of the strategic national Bitcoin stockpile. As planned today, I am announcing that if I am elected, it will be the policy of my administration, United States of America, to keep 100% of all the Bitcoin the U.S. government currently holds or acquires into the future. We'll keep 100%. I hope you do well, please. This will serve in effect as the core of the strategic national Bitcoin stockpile.
So, the stockpile. The stockpile. Yes. We could call it a reserve, but the stockpile. So that's what Trump said on Saturday. And we know that the Bitcoin that the United States has is in the judiciary because it was taken from the Silk Road. And it is a crap ton of Bitcoin, right? It's a crap ton of Bitcoin. And what is it, 200,000 Bitcoin, something like that? That's a lot of Bitcoin. So why today? We'll get to that in a minute. Why today did the US government move $2 billion in seized Bitcoin? Today, $2 billion of that seized Bitcoin in the judiciary just moved to a wallet that many believe is a Coinbase wallet. A Coinbase wallet. Do you think this is a coincidence? That 2 days after Trump said the United States government will not sell any of the seized Bitcoin under his administration, but he's not the president now, right? We're in a Biden-Harris administration now, and somehow $2 billion worth of Bitcoin, which hasn't moved in 10 years, right? Hasn't moved. It's been there. And today it moves $2 billion worth of Bitcoin. So what is that about? So when that came out, that was the second drop in the price right there of Bitcoin. Bitcoin had already dropped in price, mostly to take out leverage long positions. And I'll show you what got dumped with that, because it actually exceeded yesterday's low of 67.8 and went down to 67.6 and took out some big leverage positions right there. But then that news came out that $2 billion worth of Bitcoin was moved from that US government wallet. And Bitcoin dumped lower. So those wondering why Doge is down, it's not Dogecoin, guys. It's not Dogecoin. Dogecoin did not fall for any reason associated with Doge. It followed Bitcoin in Bitcoin's dump. So it was all on Bitcoin and ETH because there were some big liquidations happening on ETH as well. Another $4 million bet. One $4 million bet on ETH got liquidated down here at about 32.60. Where Bitcoin had an $8 million bet. Yes, won $8 million, $8.2 million on the OKX exchange. Was the largest single liquidation order for the day. Was that $8 million. And that was when that was up here that happened. But then that bad news came out about what's the government doing with that Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's price dumped further. So the follow-up news to that is that the US government split the $2 billion worth of Bitcoin into two addresses. One has 10,000 Bitcoin and the other has 19,800 Bitcoin. So they're doing something here. Why would they be doing this if they didn't mean to sell some? We don't know. So out of their 200,000 Bitcoin, this is about, almost 30,000 of it. Just moved. 2 days after Trump said, under his administration, that Bitcoin is a stockpile which will help support the US government financially. Financially will help support the US government. So why would this Bitcoin move? Some say it's an opportunity for the Democrats to get more money that they can then use for their policies, whatever they are. Like free money to them now that it has their attention. They may not have even known that this Bitcoin was sitting there. Who knows? Yeah, Nate. That's a great song. That's a great song. I'd play it, but I'd probably get a copyright strike, so I can't play it, unfortunately, on YouTube. Yeah. So that's what's going on, guys, is not only do we have these liquidations going on, for these long leveraged, bets, like all these long bets. Here's the $8.28 million one right there. $8.28 million at 12:30 today at a price of $66,892. Boom. $1.8 million leverage trade gone. But there were other big ETH ones too, at 2.99 million, at 2.7 million, and then there was a $4 million one that happened as well. There it is right there. $4 million. So that big dump that happened, the first one, was all to take out these big leveraged longs. And Kev Capital said, are people FOMO leverage longing again on BTC? Please stop. Please stop, Kev Capital says. Please stop. And I retweeted and said, exactly. This is the type of trading that stops Bitcoin and crypto from going higher. It's those big leverage trades. That's what stops Bitcoin from going higher. Because the market makers and the exchanges see those leverage trades. They don't want you to win, so they want to dump the price to liquidate those leverage trades. It stops the price of crypto from going higher. Kev Capital gets it. Please stop. Let's just let it play out. Let it go, guys. But they can't help themselves. That's what traders do. They short, they long. And that's what keeps things from moving. So that's what's going on today. Crypto was all set this morning to go on a big run. It touched 70,000 right there, which of course took out a big short position, and then they dumped it. And they dumped it to take out the leverage longs. You want to know why crypto goes up and down? There it is. Again, yet another day. Perfect example. of why it goes up and down. It's trading, shorting, longing, traders trying to make that extra money during the summer when the price just goes up and down. So that's what's going on. Dogecoin stockpile. There's a crap ton of Dogecoin out there. And there won't be a stockpile, but we can stockpile Dogecoin into our own bags. Yes, we can buy Dogecoin and we can stockpile it. We can stockpile it into our own bags. So for those complaining, when I made a breakout video this morning that, oh, it dumped, and it's just like, what are you going to do about it? Why not buy on the dip, right? Why not buy some on the dip? This is an opportunity. So you're not buying Dogecoin at 14 cents. You're buying it at 12 cents. You get more Dogecoin. Stockpile. I have a stockpile of Dogecoin. Do you have a stockpile of Dogecoin? That's all I wanted to say. That was all lead up for just that. Just to have fun and just say, I got a stockpile. Stockpile. Oh. But here we are, $12.95, just below 13 cents, 2 days before the end of the month. That's where Dogecoin is. All right, let me get caught up here in the chat. What are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about? I don't want to get into the politics too much, guys, because this is really about this is really more about crypto and this whole Elon Musk conversation here. He moved, yeah, all of the hash flags got removed, and I don't know why. I still don't. They haven't said. They all got removed. Dogecoin never had one, but yeah, all the other ones got removed. I don't know why. Some think that somebody actually paid for those hash flags and that that contract was up. I don't know. That could be. Could have been a form of advertising somebody paid for. I don't know. Don't know. Yes, Ryan, peculiar. Is it going lower? Yeah, and it's going to go higher too. It's going to do both. So many YouTubers pumping XRP. I don't get it. I was watching the Raw Paul Drinks with Raw on Friday, and somebody on his Real Vision platform asked him about XRP. And Raul said, man, what are you doing? What are you doing? You had the opportunity of a lifetime with Solana, and yet you're still sitting on that XRP. And he said, even just from the beginning of the year till now, we're not even talking about the 10x that Solana did last year, but this year, Solana's up like 68%, and XRP is actually down 2%. So that's a 70% difference. And it's just like, and you're waiting for XRP to do what? And you guys know what I feel about XRP. I mean, I call it a stable coin. It's just a stable coin. And if you're hoping and praying XRP is going to $3, $2, will it even make it to $1 again? So I say no on XRP. I say no. Right. And then laughs at you for owning a lot of Doge. And it's just like, yep. XRP. Wow, 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 wow. Alt season soon. This fall. Again, this is what I've been pointing to. I'm not saying today. I'm not saying tomorrow. I'm pointing to this fall, and I've been saying it for months, at least 9 months now. I've been saying fall of 2024 will be the beginning of alt season. And that's what I'm waiting for. I've got some Bitcoin, but I've got more altcoins. Of course, particularly Doge being 25% of my overall portfolio. I want Doge to go, but it may take a little longer for Doge. So I'm not here just hooting and hollering, being a cheerleader and saying Dogecoin to the moon, because you guys tune in here because I'm a little more realistic than that. The news will come when it comes, but it's not anytime soon. Doge will rise close to $1. I hope so. Again, for Doge, we're going to need some real positive news this time, not all on hopium. Doge will not go to the moon on hopium. Is it going to be used on X platform? Is it going to be able to buy a Tesla car with Doge? Like when Elon says that he is going to continue to support Dogecoin, what does that actually mean? Is he just kidding? Is it just a joke to him? Will he only use Dogecoin when something like that burnt hair perfume? Remember that? Remember that? The burnt hair perfume from his so-called flamethrower, not a flamethrower, right? You could buy it in Dogecoin, and he sold out of it. Whatever he made, all paid for in Dogecoin. So if it's only around that, it's like, does holding Doge on Robinhood help the price go up? Nope. Nope. You can trade all you want on Robinhood. You can trade up, you can trade down, you can trade up, you can trade down. It has zero effect on the price of Dogecoin because Robinhood is not an exchange. It's not an exchange. If you want to buy millions of Dogecoin and affect the price so it goes up, you got to buy on Coinbase or Binance, not Robinhood. It has zero effect because Robinhood already holds 30 billion Dogecoin, and all you're doing is buying the price up, buying the price down. That's all you're doing. You don't have the coins in a wallet. No coins move. When you buy on Robinhood, it doesn't show up anywhere. So there's your answer. I bought $500 worth more today. Bought on the dip. Way to go, JD. That's what you do. Buy on the dip. Hello. How are you, Amar? How much Doge do you need to be a millionaire? Well, you just do the math. In American dollars, 13 cents a Doge, right? 13 cents a Doge. You just do the math. $1 million divided by 13 cents. It's a lot of Doge right now. But where's the price going to go? If you think Doge is going to $1 and you want to be a millionaire, right? Then you need 1 million Dogecoin. That's the simple math, right? You're in the UK? All right. 1 million pounds. Right? Buy 1 million pounds of Dogecoin And then if the price of Dogecoin goes up to £1 per Doge, then you'll be a millionaire. Yeah, like JD says, 1,000,000 Doge. If it's $1. I'm just about to 3 million Doge. I'm getting closer as I continue to buy Doge on the dips. The hash flags came off a couple days before. Well, no, maybe it was the first day of the Bitcoin conference. I don't know. Something weird there. Definitely bull run. I have not seen an explanation for the removal of all the hash flags, but they came off everything. So I don't know. To the moon. How does my family feel about me spending so much time and money on Dogecoin? Well, considering that if I had just had that money in the bank, let's say I was getting a small amount of interest in the bank, right? But yet with Dogecoin, I'm up over 100% on my Dogecoin investment. Up over 100%. I've more than doubled my money to today at this 13-cent Dogecoin. So my family's fine with it. Absolutely fine with it. Plus, they see that it's a lot of fun. It's a fun thing to talk about, but it's a much better investment than anything else outside of crypto. Now, are there other crypto coins that have done better? Sure. We all know that Dogecoin goes on runs when it wants to go on a run, and it's not time yet for Dogecoin. But we don't know when those runs happen. So we buy Dogecoin on the dips and we wait. Like Amar says, Solana. So if you have some Solana and some Doge, you've enjoyed the ride up that Solana's already had, you're still waiting on the Doge to do that type of return. But the Doge return already is better than what I would have done if that money just sat in the bank or went into stocks or gold or, because Doge has outperformed the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. And so everybody's happy about it. Plus, it's fun. The moon is going to be crowded with all these altcoins getting there. I like that. Bull Run, that's Elon. That's Elon. I think the serious things right now are what's going on with freedom of speech and suppression of thoughts and ideas. I think he's really into that right now. I didn't think when he bought Twitter that would consume him as much as it did, but looking back on it, maybe so. I mean, he's the richest person in the world, and that's a pretty big thing to have a stance on. And he's doing everything he can for that. And overall, that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing for the world that he's done. So, I mean, even the stuff today with these Google searches and how they're being suppressed. And then on Meta, Facebook, how Facebook, what were they doing? Any of the photos of Trump from the assassination attempt were blurred out. It was like, why was that happening? And I guess today Zuckerberg admitted that was a mistake and shouldn't happen. You only say it's a mistake and it shouldn't happen when you get found out that you're doing it. It's like, come on. So there's a lot of stuff. And it's amazing, you know, before all of this is now public on X, how much of distorted news the American public was actually getting over the years. I mean, it's crazy to think about how much we didn't know, how much we weren't learning the truth about, because it was all getting manipulated. And there's still all the sheep out there. I see them all on Facebook. All these people, their minds are like twisted by MSNBC or Fox, you know, one way or the other. And that's what they spout out. And it's neither side. And none of it's the truth. And I start talking about RFK Jr. and independent thinking and you know, being truthful. And I get hit from both sides. And I'm just like, I just am looking for the truth, guys. That's all I'm doing. It's just looking for the truth. But in politics, you got the partisan one way or the other. And there's not a lot of rational talking that could go on there. But I used to be really in the middle, but now because everything has shifted so far left that I probably lean a little more to the right now than the middle. But to be honest with you, like there's policies on each side that I'm against. So I'm still more independent than anything else. But I do want crypto to go up. Yes, whatever it takes for crypto to go up. Yeah, Borchetta, exactly. Many will sell at $1, so you're going to sell at 94. Yep. Yeah, we've talked about that a lot. That there's going to be a lot of selling of Dogecoin when it gets up near those prices. And it may not be able to make $1 because of all that kind of selling. So XRP, I mean, the whole idea was for cross-border payments, right? That's the part of the banking thing that XRP was going to fill. But you can actually go to the Ripple website and you can do it through there without actually using XRP tokens. I've learned that. But I understand why you want to hold some XRP and see what happens. It's like, I'm not. Now, we do have a little bit still in our Kriss Pax DCA portfolio here. This XRP here, which we're up 4% on now. It's in the green. Our XRP is back in the green. Woohoo! Look at that. Overall, we're still at 22,800. So we're still up over 100% on this portfolio. That's pretty good. The one change that has happened is the Bitcoin orange line has now gone above the blue line, meaning if we had just bought all Bitcoin, we would now be more in profit as opposed to having, you know, this portfolio that not only has some Bitcoin, but Doge and Jasmy, Stacks, Ethereum, Sheeb, Algo. So Bitcoin has now outperformed that. You know, again, this is since last summer when we were buying this. But we were way ahead for a while when Doge was up. But it's kind of come back. But still, overall, up over 100% for the past year. That's not bad. And we haven't even gotten to alt season. The big run in crypto is still coming. So that's not bad. Mr. Whale, how are you? I do not know what the ARPA chain is. Never heard of it. $2 to $3 is a real possibility. going to be a while. Yeah, Elon's got SpaceX and Tesla. I mean, sending rockets up to space, having not only Tesla on the car side of things, but building the robots, the whole Optimus thing, and then he still has like power walls and solar panels and all of that on the energy side. I mean, yeah, he's got a lot going on. After mainstream media, fake news, it's from both sides. It's from both sides. Still don't trust Elon. Got to keep your eyes open. You got to look out for yourself. Absolutely. You got to look out for yourself as best you can do. You don't know what's going to happen. Crypto is an opportunity to build wealth and to make it so that you don't have to rely on the man, right? The government or the banks. That's why I'm doing this. That's exactly why I'm doing this. I don't want to rely on them. Crypto for president. I mean, Trump certainly heard at the Bitcoin conference of a very passionate, dedicated group of people. I don't know what he thought going into that, but he heard it, particularly with that Gary Gensler statement, firing Gary on day one. The crowd reaction to that was huge. If you guys didn't see that, I did post that on X.
Hates your people. She hates everything about you. Will keep their hands off Bitcoin. They're going to keep their hands off crypto. They're going to let it grow. We're going to let it grow. On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC chairman. I didn't know he was that unpopular.
Wow.
I didn't know he was that unpopular. Let me say it again. On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler. Whoa.
I thought that was cool because you could see Trump was like registering that. Like that was something. I mean, I think the crypto industry needs something like that to really help. And it's not going to be what the Democrats are doing. They're going to continue to battle against crypto. So does that make me a Trump supporter? Well, if it's based on one policy, and that's the crypto policy, personally, I will be wealthier if Trump wins. We'll see what the Democrats still do going forward, but this movement of this $2 billion of crypto from the US government wallet is, I don't know, just doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. And although RFK Jr. had a much more detailed speech about crypto, particularly, and that if he was president, the government would be buying like 550 Bitcoins like every day for however many days to end up with like 4 million, whatever his target number was. It was just like, that's great, but you're running as an independent candidate and you just don't really have a good chance to win. So But of course, I mean, crypto is worldwide, Bitcoin is worldwide. And just because one thing happens in the United States doesn't mean that is all of crypto, because crypto is worldwide. Right? Like Bukele, right? They're buying 1 Bitcoin every day, right? Now, Doge too? I have not heard that, Amar. I have not heard of any Dogecoin purchases by the country of El Salvador. So if many are selling at 94 cents, you're going to sell at 89. Well, okay, Ryan, I'm going to sell at 88 then. I'll sell at 88. Is Mr. 100 selling, or are they transfers? I haven't heard. I'll have to check in with James or someone else who's been tracking that. I hadn't heard that. Selling. Wow. Nope, I had not heard that. And we still don't know who this Mr. 100 is. There were a lot of rumors that it was an exchange wallet. But why would they be buying so much? And now selling? Yeah, that's odd. I don't know. If Trump does win, he will add someone like RFK on his team to advise him. Nah, it won't be RFK. I don't see that happening. But there are some other people who know a lot more about crypto than RFK that would be good to be on Trump's team. So we'll see. You know, Vivek Ramaswamy will probably have some involvement in the Trump administration. I think he was probably a little too divisive to be a vice president candidate. It turns out that J.D. Vance has some other challenges that came out about him that the Democrats are certainly pounding on. But Vivek's a smart guy, definitely. And he will have some involvement in the administration. That's my guess. Trump likes people that support him too, say good things about him. Trump likes a lot of that around him. People that like him, support him, say nice things about him. Secretary of State? I don't know if Vivek would be good at that. Who knows? Who knows? A little bit resentful, started buying Bitcoin. It was going down to 15. If I would have withdrawn from retirement when it was that low, I probably would have won by now. Yeah, but you know, Matt, you can't look back and have any regrets. Just to be positive in your outlook as much as you can. Again, I'm still sitting here thinking we've got this huge bull market still to come. So if what you have bought hasn't run really big yet, there's still a chance it can. And the whole talk about alt season is that alts will outperform Bitcoin from here going forward. So, but yeah, going back, I mean, would you really want to withdraw? I mean, looking back, yeah, it would be easy to say, well, of course I should have done that. But withdrawing money out of your retirement account to buy crypto, you know, a couple of years ago, that'd be like, really? That's That's risky. Now looking back, it's like, duh, but you can't think like that. Yeah, I don't think Vivek would want to be a press secretary. That'd be too low for him. He needs to be a leader and not just do that job. That job is that's a tough job. BTC, ETH, Solana, and Doge, that's a good portfolio. That's a pretty good portfolio going forward. Of course, it's still memes. The memes are still doing well. Dogecoin's still sitting here in eighth at $18.8 billion. So holding well. Cardano's still holding to number 10. And SHIB is just quietly holding number 13. But Bitcoin Cash is going on this big run right now, which is not been predicted by anybody. And here it is, about to pass SHIB. So that'll change the narrative. That will change the narrative. Pepe number 22, bull run. Just hanging. Pepe's just hanging right now. It'll probably go on a run again, but right now it's just chilling out. Matic is the one that has dropped the most and will continue to drop, I think. So sorry for any of you guys who have Matic, and look out for the migration to the POL, the POL token, the new Polygon token that's going to happen. So be aware of that. I will be doing my August price prediction video at the end of this week. So we'll look for that. Look for that. I hardly put anything in 401k since I got involved with crypto. I continue to do my 401k contributions because my employer matches my contributions. Because I have a one-to-one match up to a certain level, that's what I put in. And I just keep pounding away at it and do consistently every paycheck. And I just keep that going because that matching, that's free money. That is free money. So I do that. If they didn't do matching on the 401k, I probably would have been like you and probably would have stopped. And been putting it into crypto instead. But because I get the matching, goes into the retirement, and I will be pulling out of retirement, as one of my main sources of income, which will probably be lower, and so will be taxed less than what I'm making now. Well, yeah, matching is good. Is it better than crypto? So, because the stock market has continued to go up even through the crypto bear market, the stock market isn't affected by FTX going bankrupt or Luna or Celsius or Voyager and all of those black swans that we had that dumped all those crypto prices so bad. During that whole time, I had part of my paycheck going into a 401k that just continued to grow and grow and grow and grow. So over a long period of time, that is less risky, let's say, right, than crypto. Now, if I had instead at every paycheck put that money into Bitcoin, the Bitcoin probably would have done better than the 401k. But I also have matching going into the 401k. So the Bitcoin would have to do more than double what the return was on the 401k, which maybe it did. But then again, it's less risk by having the matching. It's less risk. So tough to turn away free money like that. So that's what I do until I retire. And then once I retire, that'll stop. And I won't be putting any more money into stocks, most likely. But we'll see. So a band up guapo. I will not be putting more money into crypto late 24 and early 25. I am going to stop buying on the dips, dollar cost averaging. I will stop because I still believe in the 4-year cycles, and I'm not going to be buying crypto at or near the top of this cycle. I made that mistake last cycle, hopefully learned from my mistakes. And so I will not be buying new crypto in 2025. And we'll see how far we go in 2024 before I stop. But at some point in time, I'm going to, I will stop putting money into crypto this cycle. And I'll just let it ride what I have in there until we start taking profits. But we're not anywhere near that point yet. But again, that's just me. I know others will say, hey, you can still ride the FOMO, right? Ride the tail end of the bull cycle. But like I said, I don't know where the top is going to be and when that's going to happen. I'm way up on my crypto that I have now. There's a few of them that are down, but most of them I have more than doubled in price from where I bought them, which is a great return, but I think it can still be greater. But I'm not going to be buying. When the FOMO hits, I'm not going to be buying. I am already in, and I'm in really deep already. Is the stock market ahead of the crypto cycle? The stock market doesn't run on the same kind of cycle as crypto does. And we're already seeing sort of a slowing down of investments on the tech side. Many believe that like those big top 7 tech companies are already overbought. And they go more on the wave of the economics of GDP and sort of the sales cycles, because they're based on actual companies that are making profits or have losses. So yeah, I wouldn't be buying any tech stocks right now. I wouldn't be doing that. Yep, I got my 401k, and I'm not too far away from retirement. But I want that to keep going. Yep, staking is good, Amar. Yep, I have a lot of my crypto staked, from Algorand to Cardano, VeChain, Harmony One. There's another one, my Crow tokens for crypto.com. Those are staked. Yeah. I do that. And no, I don't think we're at the top yet, Shale. Shame can't stake Dogecoin. No, but you can know that you have invested in a proof of work cryptocurrency, proof of work that has less risk. If one can say that about Dogecoin, but less risk. Because there's a lot of people who want Dogecoin to succeed, including the miners. The people who are mining Dogecoin, they want it to succeed. Absolutely. Yeah, tech is in a bubble. I think so. The only one of those top companies that I still think has more growth ahead is Tesla. But Nvidia, Meta, Google, or Alphabet, no. Microsoft, that's no. I already made more on crypto profits than anyone I know putting money into their 401k. Yep. That is true. As long as you're being smart about it, right? And you're not trading with leverage with chances of getting like totally liquidated, and not just chasing new meme tokens, because I've heard too many stories of that. Yeah, so being smart about it and diversifying, I've always talked about that. Oh yeah, balls deep. Yeah, Nick balls. Nick, he made a lot of money. And he sold a lot of his Dogecoin in 2021 and is enjoying life from that Doge that he bought back in 2014. Yep. Hi, Olaf. Good evening. Hi, Serena. How are you? Is your stake crypto not at stake when an exchange falls over? I don't have them on exchanges. I have them in my Exodus account, and I'm staking from there. So those are the coins that are in my Exodus wallet that I have staked. I don't leave them on exchanges. I mean, not that Coinbase is going to fail. I don't think Coinbase is going to fail, but still better to have self-custody, your coins in your own wallet, and you can stake from there. So that's what I do. Everything is in a bubble, just waiting for more central bank liquidity. And that's happening this fall. I mean, everything is pointing to this fall. Having the liquidity, having the attention, interest rates are going to be cut, most likely, in the United States. I mean, other countries have already done some cuts. US, not yet, and I don't think we're going to see that on Wednesday at this upcoming FOMC. Maybe Powell will surprise us, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I have diversified. I wonder whether I should just get Doge. I believe in diversification. If you're just all in Doge and then you're just riding the one thing, and that's from an investment strategy, that's not wise. It's best to be in some different areas, even in crypto, to be in some different areas. Have some blockchain, have some gaming, have some meme. Spread it around a little bit. And what will the next black swan event be? Well, if the United States sells all of its Bitcoin, that's not good. We saw what happened when Germany was selling all their Bitcoin. If the US does that, I mean, that will be them basically purposefully tanking the crypto industry. Are the Democrats going to do that? That would be bad. That would be really bad. Joshua, how are you? Completely new to crypto. Well, welcome. Start with $500. Well, I talk a lot about Dogecoin here, but most would say, why don't you buy some Bitcoin? Get a little exposure to Bitcoin. Look, Bitcoin right now is at $67,000. You can buy $500 worth. They call them Satoshis, like little bits of Bitcoin, right? Buy a little Bitcoin. Or you can buy some Dogecoin, $500. Better to buy it here than what we had this morning when it was $70,000 a Bitcoin. So price is down a little bit. Now with Dogecoin, since you're only going to have $500 worth to start with, and Dogecoin is 12.8 cents, how many Dogecoin can you get for that? Almost 4,000. You could buy almost 4,000 Dogecoin for that. That's cool. That's a good start. Yeah, look into Exodus Wallet. Now, the way I use the Exodus Wallet, just to let you know, I do not use the app on my phone. Don't do it. The only app that I have on my phone that has crypto in it is the MyDoge app. And I've got some Doge in there to be used for tipping and buying things with. So that's on my phone. And then I do have some still in my Robinhood account, and that's an app on the phone. And that's it. Everything else, Ledger. For those interested in ledgers, I do have a link below. You can check out the new Ledger Flex if you want the little touchscreen ledger as opposed to the older style, but you can check that out. But I don't do staking with any of my Ledger because I don't want Ledger Live to be, I don't want it to be connected to anything. But Exodus is an app on a computer you could do, and I use a separate laptop for that. And then I have Exodus Wallet where, two-factor authentication, but you can set it up with staking right there. Now, it depends on what coins, or tokens that you want to stake, but you can stake Solana, Cardano, Algorand, and VeChain. You can do all of those four, I know, on an Exodus. I think you can do Cosmos, a couple others, but I've never had those. So, I mean, it's not a huge number of them. Depends on what you want to buy and what you're staking. We just had a liquidation. Bitcoin, 67,000. Somebody had opened a new leverage long and they just got liquidated $330,000 with a 67,000 liquidation price on Binance. It's like, why? Why are you doing that? Price started to go up, so they thought they're going to be smart, right? And they're going to do a leveraged trade. They're going to do a leveraged trade, try and make money if Bitcoin's going to move up. And instead, Bitcoin goes the other way, drops down, and they get liquidated. There you go. They just lost $300,000. Yep, this is hardly a dip compared to dips that we've had before, but the prices are cheaper now than they were this morning. That was my point. Buy the dip. Super bullish on Bitcoin, crypto in general. Political climate happening all over the world. Crypto will be a safe haven. And that's true too. On the political side of that as well, if you don't want to be at the risk and mercy of the economics of currencies, the banks, crypto is a safe haven. That's for sure. What percentage does Doge make up on your overall portfolio? 25%. 25% of my overall portfolio is Dogecoin. My overall portfolio, well, I mean, if you look at real estate and you look at my 401k and the few stocks I have, it's over half. It's over half now in crypto, just because I put so much into it for this bull run. Now, a year from now, my answer will be totally different because my crypto will be almost minimum a year from now. But today, it's much more heavy into crypto to ride out this upcoming bull run. Yeah, Cosmos. I'm not buying it though. You have a decent wallet which needs a phone app, no PC available. All right, well, good luck, Serena. Germany in a hurry to hand off the dunce cap to another country. No. The US people involved in that have no idea that Germany just sold all that Bitcoin because they don't know. It only got their attention because Trump was talking about it on Saturday. That's it. That's the only reason. Dumb. It will be the dumbest thing after, well, it'll be more dumb than Germany selling if the US actually does start selling that Bitcoin. It'll be more dumb. Yes. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it. Cheers. Cheers, cheers. So where are prices going to go from here? Well, right now, we are seeing a dip. We're going lower right now, 1277. Is it the dip before the rip? Not yet. Not yet. For whoever was asking earlier if it's going to go lower, and I said, yep, it's going to go lower. It's going to go higher again, and it's going to go lower again. That's how crypto goes, particularly if there's still a lot of leverage trading going on. Because like I said earlier, that's what this is all about. Why does crypto go up and why does crypto go down? Leverage, shorting. And it's big money. And a lot of people have been making a lot of money leverage trading and shorting crypto. They make money when it goes up. They make money when it goes down. The smart ones. Some of them are just gamblers. And sometimes they hit it and sometimes they miss it. Next year, bull run. Next year, we will be shorting. Before the end of 2025, we'll start opening up some short positions. Probably not 100x, though. Probably not. Bought some more a few weeks ago. So did I. So did I. What was my last purchase with $9.95, right? That was my last Doge purchase, was $9.95 down here. The 5th of July, $9.95. That was my last Doge purchase. $1,000x. I don't know if you can even do that on exchanges. Not that much. I don't know. I've never done it. Yeah, we're going to try shorting in the bear market. Try and make a little money on the downside. If it does actually happen, I think it's worth trying. Got a lot to learn about it, though. That's for sure. Sure, Shale, you're welcome. I want everybody to get rich. I want everybody to become wealthy. That's what I want. I trust the Ledger X wallet as long as you don't use Bluetooth. Just take your wallet, right? When you want to transfer to your Ledger, then you fire up Ledger Live, you plug it in, you do your transfer, and then you unplug it and you exit Ledger Live. Perfectly trusted. Do not pay Ledger for their crypto recover program. Have your own words, your key written down on a piece of paper, stored somewhere safe. Because, as I've said, making money in crypto is not all about the price. It's keeping your crypto, right? It's keeping it. Not getting hacked. That's what you don't want. And even if someone does a SIM swap and somehow gets access to your phone, you do not want them accessing the crypto. You don't want them accessing the crypto. So, two-factor authentication on everything. And I know it's a pain in the ass every time you want to check out your crypto wallet, right? Or check out the exchange. But better to be safe than sorry. For too many stories. And even YouTubers, there was that guy on YouTube, right? A few months ago, got hacked. Coinbase got hacked. Someone did a SIM swap and got into his Coinbase and was able to sell his crypto. Come on. Come on, guys. Be smart. Yeah, Francisco, I don't, I don't know what else to say, but yeah. Set a target, and if 35 cents is your magic number and you sell, great. And the market is going to continue like this. I mean, this is crypto market, crypto trading. Takes a lot of patience, takes a lot of determination, perseverance, right? To make money. You got to have the long game in mind. And we don't know what Doge is going to do. We have no idea. There are some say that 2021 was hopium and it'll never hit those prices again. That could be. That could be. There are others that are saying it's easily going to $1, $2 or higher. That could be as well. The seed phrase bit. Yeah. Don't sign up for that. You have to pay a monthly fee for that. So I perfectly trust the ledgers. I have mine. Mine's the Nano S Plus. Love it. But I don't plug this in unless I absolutely need to. And I do not use their recover thing. Don't do it. And the reason I have Nano S Plus is it doesn't have Bluetooth. I don't need the Bluetooth. I didn't need the X. The S Plus is absolutely fine for what I use. And it's the cheapest one. It's the least expensive one. So for those that want to check it out, I have a link in the description below. Use the link. Don't just type in ledger.com like I'm doing here, but use the link because that helps me out. And you can check out the new Flex, which is a cool little touch screen that the Ledger has just introduced. Pretty cool thing, but you can do this compare and you can say, here's the Nano S Plus right here for $79. And this is the one Kriss Pax uses. And it's perfectly fine. I would get more of an affiliate income if you bought a Ledger Flex for $249, but you don't need it. Just saying, you don't need it. Nano S Plus. But if you want a something that looks cool, that has a touch screen, go for it. Hey, if Ledger decides to send me one and promote it, I'll take one. I'll take it for free and I'll try it out. But I mean, I didn't get this for free. I actually bought it, but it was on one of those deals where you got like $10 worth of Bitcoin. So I bought it then, got my Bitcoin. And that free Bitcoin that I got has actually gone up 4x from when I bought it. So that's $40. It's the equivalent now of $40 of Bitcoin from that $10 Bitcoin deal. Anyway, if you're interested, use my link below. Check out Ledger. They are the hardware wallets that I recommend and I use. CDM, how are you? Yeah, Serena. Imagine losing your phone with the two-factor auth keys. If you didn't have them. Yeah, especially. You got to be safe. Number one with crypto is you got to be safe. More important than anything else. Yeah, never know where the top is. We'll talk this fall about different strategies for profit taking. It's just July is not the time to be talking about that yet. Yeah, that Robinhood credit card looked cool, and I'm already a gold member on Robinhood. And I thought about it, but I already have 2 credit cards. And I didn't want to open a third. So, but that, I mean, that's just me. I get real good rewards on the 2 credit cards that I have. One's a MasterCard and one's a Visa. And I get really good rewards, and I've been using them for years. So to add a third card for crypto reward, I was just like, I think I'm just going to do a pass. The card looks cool though. It looks really cool, but at the end, it's a credit card. I already have 2. So it's a pass for me. And of course, you always want to pay off the balance every month, right, guys? Right? Don't keep a credit card balance. You don't want to pay those fees. You don't want to do it. Whatever whatever you need to do to remind yourself to pay off the balance every month. You have 5. Just in case, for what? You use 5 credit cards to buy like a Lamborghini or something. Max out 5 credit cards on a Lambo. Oh, CDM, don't say that. Ooh. Well, you really need crypto to pump then, don't you? Because you got to pay that off. That's ouch. Yeah. You need the crypto pump. Big time. Because you got to get out of that debt. Whatever it takes to get out of debt. I think the last time I had a credit card, I don't remember what happened. There was 1 month. It was a number of years ago, and I just forgot. I forgot to make the payment. I wasn't on an automatic payment thing, and I just forgot. And email reminders usually come, and I don't know what happened, but I missed it. So you pay the late fee and then the interest on the balance. Haven't done it since. Been paying it off every month. Yep. You pay off, you don't get slapped with interest, and you collect them sweet rewards. Exactly. Exactly. I use the credit card for convenience, but I pay it off and I get the points. I can spend more than 100K on credit cards. You got nice limits too. Nice high limits on those cards. If you wanted to. Someone's going to go shopping next year with all their crypto rewards. You already have the Nano X. Thinking of using both just for safety reasons. Okay. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea to have more than one. Rate cut. Well, we'll find out Wednesday whether the Fed is going to do a cut. I still don't think it's going to happen yet. I think it's going to be September. As I've been saying for months, for you guys that have been listening to me for months, I've always said September is when we'll see the first US rate cut. But if they do it on Wednesday, that will be a surprise. I'm just not expecting. I think the Fed is still too conservative in that. So, nope, don't think that's happening yet. Hedera. What's going on with Hedera? Well, Hedera just followed the market today. This dump here was all on the backs of Bitcoin. That's all it was. It just followed Bitcoin. That's all this was today. The bigger one, and what Bull Run and I had talked about a couple of months ago, was when Hedera did that fake move up to 18 cents right there. That's when I should have sold. That was near the end of April. That was that fake BlackRock news. And there was an instance when it was up here that I thought about it and didn't pull the trigger because I do own Hedera. That was the time, and I didn't do it. Oh, well. Oh, well. All right, Knock Stars, whatever. Have a good one. We're just chit-chatting about crypto here. I don't know what you think is boring, but okay. Whatever. Hedera is just following the market. Is it down? Yeah. Should it be higher? Yeah. All of that. A 50-point rate cut? No. Their first cut will be 25. The Fed will not do 50. I know. Agreed, Brian. That was weird. Whatever. And I was about to click on his previous comment there, but oh well. He doesn't get it now. If you want a high limit on credit cards, you got to spend. I know. The more you spend, the higher they raise your limit because they eventually want you to not pay it off every month because that's how they make money. That's how they make money off you. You just have to remember to pay it off every month, though. And use it as much as you can, but pay it off. And then, as Ryan said, you get those sweet rewards. And those rewards are nice. Depending on your card, right? Depending on what it is. Sometimes it's just points that you gather up, and sometimes you cash them in for gift cards, or you just get cash into your bank account if that's the kind of account you have. The thing for like points for frequent flyer miles and stuff is like, I never did that. It's like, I want the cash. I want the cash. Just give me the cash. Cash back is good. That works for me. Overall, we're just, we'll see going forward where the trading will go this week. Right now, following the Bitcoin conference, part of this could be a lull after the conference now, for crypto. That was a lot of the excitement we had. But it's still summertime, guys. It's still summertime. Yeah, CDM, good luck. I hope you get it paid off. Get out of that debt. Hopefully it's from all your other cryptos that you sell and not Dogecoin. Don't sell too much Doge. We don't know when Doge is going to go crazy. We don't know. All right, gang. Look, please like, please subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be live again on Wednesday. So join in then. Probably have a video to come out tomorrow as well. See what else is going on in the crypto world. Watch my video from this morning on the breakout because I show some good charts there. And take it from there. So everyone have a great evening. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin was started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.